Hey team, Aaron here from Rebuy, going through some quick homepage strategies, and this one entails hyper-personalized recommendations on your homepage. If you'd like to learn more about setting up widgets or data sources or some general best practices, feel free to take a look at the videos and help documents that'll be linked down below. So what we're going to go through in today's video is why you should personalize your homepage, how to use Rebuy's data sources to personalize your homepage. We'll go through a few different types of rules, URL rules, customer rules, and then also dynamic endpoints, which are provided by Rebuy, what those mean for you and your business, and of course your customers. And then we'll also go through what a personalized homepage would look like to your customers. So to take a look first into the why and why you should personalize your homepage, multiple studies have been done over here, but if you take a look at studies done by Salesforce, Epsilon, 72% of customers expect companies to personalize their shopping experiences. And in each of these studies, 76 and 80% respectively of consumers are mentioned that they're more likely to make a purchase when brands offer personalized experiences. In addition to this, it's like, how is this actually impacting your customer journey and your conversion rates? And again, in a study done by Monetate, they reported that personalization can lead up to a 19% increase in conversion rates. So with cost of acquisition being incredibly high, brands are looking for ways to be more efficient. Tailoring this shopping experience to the individual preferences can lead to more successful conversions and therefore higher gross profit margins and revenue overall for your business. When we take a look at the homepage, we'll go through setting up a widget on the homepage and then connecting that to some very specific rules that are going to complement your store's e-commerce strategy. So when we take a look at some of the data source strategies, you'll want to think about, okay, what is your customer like? If you're selling consumables, you may want to use Rebuy's Buy It Again endpoint to show customers products that they've purchased previously. If you're driving paid traffic to the store, we can utilize Rebuy's URL rules to ensure customers are getting relevant recommendations with merchandising copy that is relevant to how they landed on your site. If you have a high returning customer rate, you might want to leverage customer and customer tag based rules to call your customer out by name, maybe show them products that you know based off of your segmentation they should be seeing. And then a few other things, taking from some of the e-commerce giants like Amazon, adding a widget with a recently viewed rule for allowing customers to pick up where they left off. Oftentimes, brands are seeing that the conversion is not necessarily happening on the first session, but maybe it's on a returning session as well too. So giving your customers the ability to easily access products that they were looking at previously so they can go ahead and convert. And then lastly, we'll chat through combining all of the above strategies with Rebuy's top sellers or trending products endpoints. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Before I do, we'll take a look at like your typical e-commerce store. So usually most stores do not have a personalized homepage. They're going to have some sort of banner over here, and then they'll also have, featured products or a featured collection of the sort. And this is usually a static experience. And what I mean by that is they're taking a look at the same products regardless of who the customer is, how they click through to your store, what they've purchased previously, what they've looked at. So the first and most simple thing that we're going to tackle is how can we get some recently viewed in here, a la Amazon, so they can continue to pick up where they left off. And the answer is using Rebuy's widgets. So we're going to take a look at widgets over here in your Rebuy admin. Click on Homepage. We're going to create a new widget, and this is going to be a recently viewed widget. So we'll call this recently viewed homepage. Go ahead and create. For simplicity's sake, I'm not going to go ahead and style this one today, but again, we have lots of documentation, resources on all of these settings over here. The main thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change this language to pick up where you left off. Okay, great. So I'm going to take this widget ID, and inside of your theme, if you're using a 2.0 theme, so you'll see here, this is where we have this static featured collection. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to scroll down over here, and we're going to add a section, and it's going to be an app block. I'll just search for Rebuy here. I'm going to paste the widget ID, And then I will drag this app block right underneath the banner. So I'll go ahead and save that. And now when we take a look at the store, there we go. Now you can see here, we've got very easy way to pick up where you left off. Now, let's say we want to take this a step further and personalize this even more. Maybe we want to enter the customer's first name here. So we can actually do that. And how we're going to do that is by connecting the data source. So you'll see over here, the data source that's created with this particular recently viewed carousel on the homepage is this, if anything, let's just show Rebuy's recently viewed endpoint. Now, what we can do is we can add a rule before, and we're going to use the recently viewed endpoint. And over here, we're going to say if customer. So this is if we have a customer ID, we know who the customer is, we know what their name is, they've created an account with us or they've purchased previously, then we can show the recently viewed. And basically what we'll do is you'll notice I originally edited the title. So if we take a look over here, the title is saying pick up where you left off. What I can do here is I can say, okay, if we know who the customer is, so that's been cookied throughout the session or they're logged in, then I can change the title to say, pick up where you left off. And then I'm using this dynamic variable to show the customer's first name in here as well too. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So you'll see here now that I've put that rule when it comes to the customer rule and I'm logged into my account. Rebuy knows who I am, and we can show the customer's first name here too. So again, hyper-personalized recommendations based off of what I've viewed previously. What if we want to take that a step further, right? Let's say we want to add another Rebuy widget here and we want to show, our top selling products. Maybe we are running some influencer campaigns or social media campaigns where very specific products should be shown as well too. What we can do is, again, we'll go to widgets and I'm going to create another homepage widget here. So I'm going to click on homepage, new widget. Let's call this one homepage personalized recommendations. I'm going to click into the data source. And here we're going to play with a few different things. So let's say in this particular homepage, what I'd like to do is I want to show top sellers, but maybe you're a brand that sells consumables and it makes sense for you to show products that customers have purchased previously. So what I can do is I can add a rule before, and I'm going to use a customer rule. I'm going to say if we know who the customer is and the customer order count is greater than 1, let's show them products that they've purchased previously. So I'm going to use our buy it again endpoint. And I'm going to say the title is time to get more, and then using the customer's name again. Cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm taking this widget ID and I'm going to add another rebuy block. And here we go. It's showing me products that I've purchased previously. Now, a few other strategies that we can use when it comes to the customer-based rule is, let's say, for example, we don't want to fill this up with all products that they've purchased previously. Let's say we want to show some of our trending products and our top sellers. So here, what we can do is we can actually specify how many of these products we want to show. So let's say I want to show 2 products that I've purchased previously. And then what we can do here, so this is going to say, okay, the widget has space for, let's say 4 or 8 products. 2 of them are going to be purchased that I can buy again. I'm going to say 2 of them are going to be trending products. And then 2 of them are going to be top sellers. So now we should see this populate with a nice mix. We've got products that I've purchased previously. We've got 2 products that are coming from the trending now, and we've got 2 products that are coming from top sellers. So a few other things that we can do is we can leverage customer tag-based rules to ensure that customers are getting the right offers. So I'll go through a quick demonstration of that. Let's say, as an example, you're an apparel store and we have customers that are tagged with certain products. So I can say if the customer tag contains men's, let's show them more products that are also tagged with men's. If the customer tag is women's, let's show them products that are tagged with women's, and so on and so forth. Another use case is if you are a subscription company. We have a lot of subscription companies on Rebuy. Let's say you're a subscription brand and you really want to incentivize customers to subscribe to your product. What we can do is we can utilize a customer tag-based rule to see whether a customer is an active subscriber. So I'm going to duplicate this rule, and I'm using negative logic to say does not contain. So if the customer is not tagged with active subscriber, then what I want to do is I want to show products that are coming from our recommended AI. And I'm also going to use a title rule to say subscribers save 10%. And I'm going to turn on exit if matched here. So I'll go ahead and save that. So let's say you are a subscription brand. We have got a lot of stores on Rebuy that are based off of subscriptions. And let's say you want to incentivize and reward your active subscribers. So again, we can key off of customer tags. I'll just quickly duplicate this rule for demonstration purposes. And we're going to say, if the customer is tagged with active subscriber, then maybe what I want to do is I want to show products through our AI. And I'm going to change the title to say, thanks for being a subscriber, Aaron. And maybe what I'll do is I'm going to say subscribers save 10%, turn on exit if matched. I'm going to save that. And then we should see this reflected here. Very cool way to personalize the shopping experience based off of the customers. Now, the last thing that I'll go through today is how to use our URL rules to ensure customers are getting relevant recommendations. So a lot of brands right now are struggling with cost of acquisition. This is something that we solve for using our URL-based rules inside of Rebuy. So let's say, as an example, you're driving lots of influencer traffic. So I'm going to add a rule before here, and I'm going to use this URL-based rule. So I'm going to say if the URL contains UTM underscore influencer, maybe what I'm going to want to do is I want to show these specific products that I know this influencer is recommending. So they like the hoodie, they like the beanie, they like the joggers, and they love the sweater. And I'm going to change the title over here to say more influencers top picks. I'm going to turn on exit if matched here. So now, basically what we can do is we can key off of this specific UTM parameter to ensure that the right products are offered based off of how the customers are actually clicking through. So again, let's say I took a look over here, regular URL. I just visited the site organically. I'm still shown this hyper-personalized experience. But let's say, I come in through a specific influencer campaign. So I'm just going to add this specific UTM parameter to the URL. You'll see over here, this is now showing your influencers' top picks. And we've got the rebuy carousel over here showing these specific products. Now, let's say, different influencers are showing different products, or maybe you want different products shown if people are coming through TikTok, Instagram, what have you. So we can, again, show some different things based off of how the customer is here. We're going to go ahead and duplicate this rule. And I'm going to say if the UTM is Instagram, this is going to say trending on Instagram. And let's put some emoji support in here too. And instead of these ones, maybe what I want to do is, I know I'm running ads for these particular products. So I'm going to add products from the coffee collection. And then I can sort those ones as well too, based off of top sellers. So let's say I came in through an Instagram campaign. Here we have trending on Instagram. So those are a few different ways where we can use the data sources inside of Rebuy to make sure that products are hyper-personalized based off of who the customer is, what they've purchased, what they've looked at on your store, and of course, how they've actually come through to your store. That wraps us all up. You're ready to supercharge your store. If you have any questions, you can reach out to our support team via the chat bubble in the admin or at support@rebuyengine.com. And any feedback on this video, of course, you can reach out to us at success@rebuyengine.com. Thanks so much.